The animation on this one is a little goofy. Kind of stutters, but that's how it is. You can make your own, of course. Alright, so let's see what we got. I'm going to go into pose and deselect all the bones, and there's still keys in the timeline, which means that the object has an animation on it, which we need to remove. Clean motion, remove animation. If we don't do that, we're going to run into scale issues. Usually. If I bring this forward, I'll notice that there are some bones in that hook there, which we can use a finger for. I think what I would do is, because there's only 3 bones in our fingers, and we already have the arm full up with the 4 bones that we expect, including the collar there, I'll skip that one. But let's examine these bones to see if there's any animation that we need to pay attention to. So I'll go into the graph editor and see if there's any discernible curve. I don't see any. Just some wild. That looks like what's going on. It's all wild. A little shaky there. Alright, so let's look at these here. And those are flat. So I don't see anything there anyway, so I'll just pick a bone that I want. It'll be that one that I skip. And we'll do the same thing for the other side. I don't see anything there either. But you can definitely notice a curve here, right? And this is, whew, that's bad. There's linear curves. What the hell is that? I think I screwed up my view here somehow. There it is. Alright. That's not linear. Well, kinda is, really. Anyway. I'm being hypnotized by that. Let's just map these normally. I mean, we can automatically map this. Because there's only 34 bones, but then you won't be able to use any humanoid animations, and maybe you just want to wear this as an avatar, a humanoid avatar, who knows. So let's do that. I'm going to first get out of my graph editor here, and I want to see if there's a rest frame. I'm going to do a quick T-pose because there's no fingers to worry about. So I'm going to go to the first frame and I'm going to move all of these over. I'll move. How come there's some dots there? Oh, these are right. There's different types of dots. I'm going to undo that. Make sure that all of my bones are selected, just in case. And then I'll move those over one. I'm going to see. Maybe all my keys weren't selected, so I'll hit A to select all my keys and then move them over. Okay, that's what the problem was. Now, make sure my cursor is hovering in the 3D viewport. Alt R, Alt G, and that looks like it's natural T-pose. I'm not going to use that, of course, because Second Life doesn't use that. We want to be able to utilize in-world animations. So let's change that to something that makes a little bit more sense. I don't know that the feet are going to work right in SL, but we can try. Alright, we'll start with the arms. Bring that up. Let's see if we can X mirror this. It hasn't been working for us lately. Nope. Alright. We're not going to do this with any kind of perfection. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to straighten the arms out. There's a chance this won't work at all. We're going to use the middle finger because that's going to be straight. And the middle finger in Second Life is both straight. I'm going to have to redo this. I need to select this bone here, and I want to bring that forward a little bit like that. And I want to do the same thing with the other side. And then I can put these, align these more straight. Okay. Alright, that I think that looks okay. Now the legs. I need to make sure that these are both it's that one. There we go. This is not going to be anywhere close. If I wished it was X-Mirror working. I could rename the bones to make sure that works, but I'm not going to do that. You can do that. Toe there. And the same for that. I'm not going to worry about the height. I am going to straighten the tail out. Somewhat. Actually, should I? I won't do that just now. Maybe I'll do it later. I think we're close enough. So now I just select all the bones and I'll keyframe a lock rot set on the first frame where I'm at. And I will save my work. Now we're ready to map this. Action. So we get the tail has 2, 3. I'm not sure what this does here. Not sure it does anything. So we have 3 bones to work with on the tail. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. And that doesn't do anything. What the heck? Only 1 bone does anything. So I guess we're just going to map the tail root. I'm not sure there's a tail root. Let's go look. No, I don't think there is. Show all bones. No, there isn't. That's the tail base. So just map. I'll just map that there. Map these bones. I don't see any use for the other ones, so whatever. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's bring this. It is in front. Where's the fourth bone? So we're calling this the wrist, I guess, then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can use our chain 2, 3, 4 to fill that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fill that. And do the other side. Fill that. And like I said, the middle fingers are what I'm going to use. So I'm going to map these individually. I'll start with the base. And bring that forward. I'll start with the base, which is here and there, and map these bones. Then I'll skip one. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I did have enough bones. No, I didn't, because that's your shoulder. So those are mapped wrong. That's fine. I can just select all these and unmap them. Yeah, I have to do this. I have to go back to this. Unmap. I have to do it over. So I got the wrong bone. I have to go from here and fill. So I thought this was in front, but it's not. It wasn't when I looked. So I miscounted the bones. So I can fill these now. So I definitely need to map these manually. So I'll do the base, like I said before, map, then skip one, and then do the next two. That's just guessing. I don't think they're animated in any appreciable way, so you could choose any ones you like that fit your condition. So base first, skip one, then map the last two. Let's see what we got for the feet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bones. So we'll count down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll select that end bone. And we do have a chain of 4, so just use that. And do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill. Let's find the spine, the pelvis bone. That seems to be the one, and that's it there. Map these. Do we have too many spine bones? It looks like we do, so we'll start with the head, which is there. Then go to the neck, and we'll see if this bone is a weird. Yeah, I think that's a little weird. Well, let's see. Wait a minute now. Oh, that's weird. We'll skip that one, and we'll use this one instead for the torso, and then that one for the chest. Do we have any eyes? Doesn't look like it, but you can put them in later if you want. Put some eyes in there. This is fully mapped. So I'm going to convert and export this. You can save your map here, but the map is saved with the Blender file. Make sure Make Copy is enabled and convert. I'm going to turn on my move gizmo so I can see what I'm doing, and I do want to move this out of the way just so I can get an idea what's going on here. Let's see what it looks like in wireframe. It could be over 10. It looks like it's been decimated for game, triangulated for game content. I'm going to put a decimate modifier on it just to see what the density is. I guess I can just select everything and look here, but that's what I'm used to doing this. 18,000 is not bad at all. don't have to do anything with that. Marquee select everything. Well, let me select the rig first as the first link. Marquee select everything and export. Then you can just delete this copy once it's done exporting. I'm also going to export the animation. So just delete that. In order to do that, I need to go here, make sure I'm on frame 1 or the reference frame. I'm going to go to now I can export this with two different types. I can use a I can use the glue for custom rigs, or I can do a relative animation, relative retarget. I'll try the relative retarget first. Let me give this a little distance so I can see what I'm doing, and action, and see what it looks like. I think it might work. Yeah, I'll use that. Let's see what happens. Let me just export this now. The start frame is 1, but we have a reference frame on there, so I don't want to loop from 1. I'll loop from 2, and I'll give it a priority of 4 because we'll be wearing this, and export that. Now this button will turn red, and when it's not red anymore, it's done. So I'm also going to export this as a glue, a custom. So I'm going to reset this stage here, and I'm going to enable glue, and the distance will be 0, action, and then this is the same. There's two retargeters here. When you're done with this, you have to click reset stage, but if you're going to use glue, you can use the bone control and send to animation and snap bones, and when you're done, you can just delete that rig. You don't have to reset the retargeter. So let's do that again. Snap bones, animation, and just make sure I loop from frame 2 and export. I'm going to put it on animation 2. So the first one is the relative, and the second one is the glue. So I just delete. I'm going to save my work just in case I haven't saved it in a while. And I have my mesh, and I have my animation. And let's see what this looks like in Second Life. Just a cube. Always enable include joint positions for this custom material. So we'll see what the Second Life standard animations look like, but I will upload these two, of course. And so that's alright, you know. It doesn't look too bad. The legs are, of course, because we flatten these out, you're going to need special animations for the legs, right? Okay, let's drop some textures on this. I'll do a bulk and go into my conversions, textures, and I only need the albedo, metallic, and the normal map. Yeah. And right click on this and edit. textures. Let's do the albedo first since it's default. There. Bumpiness is the normal map. And we'll see if the shiny thing works for metallic. It's okay, good. Right. Alright, we have a Mantis people. Let's just play an animation one more time. Alright, I'll put this on the marketplace. Have fun.